Hi, Kelly here from freebiefindingmom.com. So I just finished taping a Facebook Live where I showed you the fruit and veggie soak, and I cleaned a head of broccoli. And then I just realized as I was watching it that I did not have my back lights on. So therefore you couldn't really tell that it was just really dark. So I thought, I need to still show you the final product. You need to see what this looks like because it's really dramatic. So bottom line is I did a video where I just shot the Thieves fruit and veggie soak. So if you're cleaning your produce just using water, you're probably missing out on getting off a lot of the gunk that is, be it pesticides or leftover soil or just debris from animals even on our fruits and vegetables. So what I just did was, and I'll show you what I did because you couldn't really tell in my last video because it was so dark, but what I did was I washed half of a head of broccoli in plain water, and then the other half I washed it in water that had a capful, or basically about a tablespoonful of our fruit and veggie soak. So let me pan down here, and I think you'll see it better now that I've got my backlights on. So sorry about that, by the way. If you watched my earlier video and it looked really dark, that's because I didn't get my lights on. So down here is, hopefully you don't fall off the tripod there. All right, there we go. So here is our broccoli. What I had done is just cut it right down the middle, and this head was in our water. In here also had a tablespoon of my Thieves fruit and veggie soak. Over here was just plain tap water, okay? I soaked them for the same amount of time, about a minute, minute and a half maybe, and I kid you not, this is the difference, okay? Now that I have some light on, you should be able to see, now that I have light, that this head is so much of a deeper green. It clearly looks bright and that it's been cleaned. This has been cleaned in plain tap water for the exact same length of time. Here, it kind of looks like, to me, it sort of has some sort of, there's still some residue of some kind on the broccoli. It looks like I say, definitely it's not as bright and as vibrant as what this is. And this, like I say, this was in our plain water that had the veggie soak, and this is in plain tap water. And here is our veggie soak broccoli, and here is the broccoli that just had plain tap water, which is how I was typically cleaning produce. But I hope now the lights are on, you can see this a little bit better, that clearly the fruits and vegetables become so much more vibrant and just cleaner when you're using the Thieves fruit and veggie soak. So, and honestly, when I use the fruit and veggie soak, I will just dump a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables in at one time. So like last night, I did strawberries and broccoli and carrots all at one time. So that way you can just really maximize and make your veggie soak stretch. So bottom line is, if you want to really get your fruits and vegetables cleaned and use an all-natural effective cleaner, I highly recommend the Thieves fruit and veggie soak. And what I'll tell you is if you're not currently a member with Young Living Essential Oils, but you're curious about trying to reduce some of the chemicals that are in your house, the first place I honestly would start is with the Thieves cleaning line. Then, and we use a lot of those products in our house here. In fact, you know what? Let me grab it. Here we go. The Thieves, this is a multi-purpose cleaner that's highly concentrated. I put a capful along with, and then I fill up a spray bottle. This is what I use to wipe our counters down all the time. In fact, I need to put more in here. And it's, like I say, it's an all-natural cleaner. So if you want to really get rid of some of the chemicals and toxins in your house, like for me personally, I have allergy-induced asthma. So when I'm around a lot of strong chemicals, I just like have these coughing attacks. And so I love being able to really cut back on a lot of the chemicals in our house. So one of the first things, like I said, I really wanted to start was with the cleaners, but now that I see the dramatic impact of using the fruit and veggie soak, this is absolutely how we're cleaning our fruits and vegetables as well. So again, just to reiterate, it just took about 1 to 2 minutes, so it wasn't a lot of extra work or anything, and just about a tablespoonful for basically about half a gallon. So you're gonna put 2 tablespoons of the soak in for a gallon, and this was basically about a half of a gallon. So I just used 1 tablespoon. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions about the Thieves household cleaning line or about this fruit and veggie soak, by all means, either leave them in the comments or send me a direct message or an email. I am always happy to help however I can. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video. Bye-bye.